Students are a valuable part of society. In fact, we form the basis of tomorrow that we hear about so much in our politicians and their political platforms as they speak about how their platforms will guarantee the future of your children. They say this, of course, without actually giving any children any say in the future that these politicians offer. This is why the voting age should be lowered for students who enter high school. The fact that we have no say in the future that is being laid out for us is simply outrageous. Furthermore, high school students are competent enough to know the political process, and they should be able to use their knowledge to shape the country and our future. There are also numerous youth who go out and support their local candidates for the political party they believe in, so why shouldn't they get a say in who represents them? It is massively neglectful to high school students that they are left out of the political process, and that should be changed. We will involve young people in government, said the Liberal Party of Canada. Well, I'm sure that the promise will be carried out on, but why do young people want to be part of government? I'm sure that there are young people who would like to be part of the government, but where did they get a say in this? The fact that parties go around making promises about how youth will be affected, but not giving them the benefit of choice is simply outrageous. Where's the justice in having a bunch of old folks make decisions that will affect you without actually giving you say in those choices? It's outrageous. In high school, most people have been alive for 14 or 15 years now. That would mean that they have been around for at least 2 or 3 elections. This gives experience that anyone should need to have a good understanding of the democratic process. Students would have, without a doubt, learned about the democratic process in school at some point in their lives. With this in mind, why is it that youth don't get to practice their experience by participating in elections? Because there is not enough recognition to the knowledge that youth have developed over a long period of time, and that is unjust. When election year rolls around, there are many youth who go out and campaign for their local candidates who they want to have represent them. They do hard work for these candidates, and yet, while their work might affect adult voters, what about the youth volunteers themselves? Why is it that after working so hard for these candidates of their beliefs that they don't get to go and vote for their own beliefs like adults would? This is another form of injustice that high school students are faced with when it comes to democracy. Hard working for their beliefs, but in the end they're just not able to help out when it matters the most. We live in a democracy that promises a better future. Yet the people who are actually affected by this future don't get a say in their future. Politicians have said it quite frequently that youth are the future of our country, and yet those same youth that are the future of our country don't get to choose their own future. This is why high school students deserve the right to vote in federal, provincial, and municipal elections. Because we deserve the right to make our own choices. Because we have knowledge to make our own choices. Because we work hard for those choices and yet are still unable to make them ourselves. This injustice deserves to be ended because youth are the future and deserve the right to be heard.